All right, y'all. So we got a packed episode today. We are talking all about the Valkyries. We're gonna go over what they did last week, and it's pretty stellar stuff. I'm really happy. We're gonna talk about what's coming up this upcoming week. We got a bunch of big games coming up, some rematches that we're excited to get into, and we're just gonna talk briefly about who the three of us are, why we're doing this, why we love the Valkyries. I know there's a unspoken question on everyone's mind, and that is, where the heck is JJ? So for those of you who want that question answered, we will be getting to it at the end of the episode. Stay tuned to the end to find out where JJ is. Let's get into what just happened. So this past week of basketball for the Valkyries was packed. They had 8 days on the road, 5 games in 8 days. I'm exhausted just talking about it. And they did pretty good. It's their second road trip of the season, second long road trip of the season. They went 3-2 overall on the road trip. We started off getting our ass beat by Connecticut. We're not going to talk about that too long. It was not our best game. We had just lost Kayla Thornton. That was our second game without her. So, we lost one on the road. We move on. We go to Atlanta. Atlanta's a great team. They have a winning record this season, and they've just been really tearing it up this season. So that was a tough game for us. We ended up pulling out the win there thanks to a game winner from Ceci. It was a good game all throughout. Entertaining for sure. And the fact that we were able to come out with the win was amazing. Atlanta is a great team. They beat us earlier this season, so that was great. And then couple days later, we flew to Washington, D.C. We played the Mystics. The Mystics had also beat us earlier this season. We had beat them. They had beat us once. And so this was a nice rematch for us. We were able to beat them at their home court. It was another down to the wire, close game that we were able to pull out. So two back-to-back wins. At the day after we played in Washington, team flew out that night and played the very next day, less than 24 hours later, in Chicago. Absolutely brutal. Again, I'm tired just thinking about it. We were able to beat Chicago comfortably. They're without Angel Reese right now. It wasn't a blowout by any means, but it was a comfortable win for us. Really good. I don't know how many other teams this season have won two back-to-back road games in two different cities. I would be curious to see what the internet has to say about that because I was really stoked that we were able to beat Washington, fly to Chicago, and then the very next day beat Chicago. So, shout out to the Valkyries for those three straight wins. We had our last game of the road trip in Las Vegas. That game was another unfortunate ass whooping. Shout out to the Aces. They were on a tear that game, just shooting the lights out. But we get a rematch with them coming up. So I'm excited to see how that goes. Let me open it up to Holly and Celine.
We had a game earlier this year where we beat the Aces by 30, and then this game we lost by 30. Cheyenne, how is that possible?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things that made this past game different. Um, First of all, Mo is out. Mo Billings didn't play. And to me, Mo's really crucial. Of course, in all of the games, Mo's crucial because Mo's a great player. But especially, I thought the way that she defended Asia in the first game that we had against the Aces was it's hard. You're not gonna shut down Asia Wilson, but I thought she was at least able to be really effective. And I just want to caveat that I'm not a basketball expert. I'm just talking into the ether. So I think Mo Billings had a big impact in that first game, and her presence was missed for sure in this last game. But more so than that, I think Vegas was just they were motivated. They were shooting well. Everything was falling for them. They had just gotten blown out the day before, literally less than 24 hours before. They got blown out by the Lynx. Um, that was their biggest deficit, I think, ever under Becky Hammon that they lost by. So, they were motivated. They were feeling a type of way, I'm sure, about that prior game, and the shots were falling. So I don't think it's
Yeah.
like that in our rematch. I'll say that.
All right. Yeah, looking it up, they had a 45% 3-point percentage, and ours was 29.4, which is particularly low even for us.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, shooting 45% from three, and I don't know how many threes they shot, but yeah, they were tearing it up. So it was a both end. It was a both. We were missing Mo. We missed some shots around the rim that I feel like normally we probably make, and they were playing exceptional. So I'm actually super excited to see how the rematch goes on Wednesday. I'm excited because I'm going to be there, so a little biased there. But also, I think it's going to be a good game. I hope we get another one of the games that, not this past game, but the last time we played the Aces in Vegas. It was like 105 to 104, super close, super
Yeah.
competitive. I'm hoping for one of those again, and I'm hoping we come out with the win this time. So.
All right. Can someone talk about the incident at the Atlanta game?
Oh man, a dangerous object was thrown onto the floor. And honestly, I had a lot of thoughts about it because I was watching the game with Cheyenne and I was like, listen, this feels like a very intentional insult to a women's league, right? Cheyenne wasn't deep in it that much, but obviously players have since been interviewed, asked about their opinions. Some people think it's simply just dangerous. Others talk about how it feels like a personal offense. But yeah, I mean, in general, I think it's just kind of gross and disrespectful. It's pretty wild that it's happened twice, both Valkyries games, obviously. But apparently, the person responsible for the first incident has been arrested. I don't know if you guys saw that headline.
Yeah, I hope it's not something against the Valkyries specifically because it happened at two of our road games,
Right.
like in Atlanta and then it happened in Chicago. So I'm kind of like, what's up? What's up, y'all? Like, let's get it together. I don't like the Valkyries hate. I don't know if it is that, but it was both our games. So we are the common denominator.
We'll see. We'll see. So let's talk about what's coming up. So we're about to play the Aces at home. We recently got blown out by them. We're 1-2 against them. Everyone has successfully defended their home court. So let's talk about how we think the Valkyries are going to do in their next game against the Aces. What are we thinking, y'all?
I think it's going to be another 105, 104 type game.
Mm,
Like after we blew them out the first time, then we went to go play them in Vegas and we had a close game that we ended up losing. And now they've just blown us out in Vegas and now they're coming back to our home court. I think it's going to be a repeat of that, but hopefully we can come out with the win.
yeah,
So,
I hope so too. What do you think, Celine?
I don't know. I would love for it to be a close game resulting in a win. I think I'm just a little nervous because Mo being out and Kale Thornton being out. I feel like they're really key players, especially against like such a great player like AJ Wilson. They bring a lot of like maturity and resilience.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But that's not the only game we have coming up. On Saturday, we're playing the Sparks at home. Similarly, we're 2-2 against them. They beat us in our preseason game and our first home game, but we beat them the last two times we played them. And so I'm hoping that we can take another win. I think sometimes the Sparks play a little chaotically. Like, obviously, some elements of their team have changed since we last played them, but I don't know. What are y'all thinking?
I'm excited to see Cameron Brink back out there.
Oh, yeah,
I'm bummed that she's playing against us, but it's always cool to see a player come back from a year-long injury.
for sure. For sure. What about you, Cheyenne?
yeah, no, Cam's been killing it too in her games that she's had so far. I I'm excited. It's gonna be interesting. I think this is Van Loo's first time playing against us since she got
It is.
Ooh.
and now she got picked up by the Sparks and she's kind of been in her flow there. So yeah, I'm excited to see Cam back. I'm excited to have Van Loo back in the house. I hope that all the fans treat her well. Obviously, it wasn't her choice to leave. So I would love to hear the Lou
Yeah, yeah.
do when she comes onto the court for the first time. I obviously don't want them to win, but
Sure.
I'm excited to see those two in Ballhalla. I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good energy. At least I hope so. Okay, that's fair. And then next we have a rematch with Connecticut. So also 1-1, defended our home courts. They did blow us out. That was our worst game of the season by far. Um, so yeah, I'm a little nervous about that one. I mean, I would obviously love to see the Valkyries win, but I'm not feeling too confident. I think that because of all the changes we've undergone, we're lacking a little bit of team cohesion. We do have some time until then, so hopefully we can kind of like mesh things together by then, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
I think I'm the opposite. I think I'm feeling a little more confident about our Connecticut game than maybe even the Sparks game, even though we have a better record against them, and definitely better than the Aces game.
Sure. Okay.
I feel like they're going to be hungry to erase that one from people's memories.
Yeah, I think they caught us slipping once. And I don't think they're going to catch us slipping twice. We do, the team has changed since the beginning of the season. That's definitely true. But the team is always surprising people. People didn't think the team was going to be good when it started.
Hmm.
And here we are. And again, like we lost some big pieces, but it's still a good team. And the way that they play, like the emphasis they have on defense, they're always going to be in the mix. I think I feel good about the Connecticut game. So
Okay. And also, I'm remembering we have Kyla Charles and Rupert. We've signed two additional players since then, and both of them are
Yeah.
really good, specifically at threes.
yeah, shout out Kyla Charles. She's been doing her thing. She's been hooping. And I just want to actually take a second to give her a really big shout out because it's my understanding from the announcement in the last game that she did not play in the W last year.
Right.
And so she didn't play in the W last year, but she's been in the gym.
Mhm.
Okay. So Kyla, the Bay Area welcomes you. We appreciate you. We love having you. And yeah, keep doing your thing. I'm excited about her.
Let's talk about what is budget Ballhalla.
Great question. Budget Ballhalla is an idea we put together, the three of us. Obviously, three huge Valkyries fans. For anyone who can't get into Ballhalla, we're bringing it to you for free. The three of us go to every home game that we can, and we're really just looking to find a community of people to obsess about the Valkyries with.
But now I think it's time for Where's JJ in the
Where
world?
you at? Where you at?
So, for everyone who doesn't know, JJ was the 19-year-old Lithuanian basketball player that we drafted in the first round, number 5 pick of this year's draft. She is one of the youngest players to ever be drafted into the WNBA. She is the youngest player, I believe, in the world to have ever played professional basketball. She started playing professional basketball at age 13. But there was a lot of speculation over when she was actually going to come over from Europe to play. People thought it might be after Eurobasket. Turns out it's not till next season. So we think that it's our job to just keep y'all posted on what she's up to these days. And hopefully not too long. That answer is going to be landing in SFO. JJ, we love you. All right, so this week JJ is in Lithuania getting a tattoo of Bart Simpson strangling his sister.
I was almost gonna guess that. That was on the tip of my tongue. I just didn't know if it would be this week or 2 weeks from now.
Now it's time for our prediction segment. That's where one of us comes up with a game, and whoever has the most accurate prediction wins. We're going to keep a tally system. And also, if you are a viewer and you comment the correct answer, if you're the first one, we may or may not have a prize for you. And that prize may or may not be chicken tenders, since Chase Center chicken tenders are an arm and a leg. If you aren't local to Ballhalla, we'll figure something out. So this week, the game is guess the number of points that you think the Valkyries are going to score against the Aces in our next game.
I'm gonna say we're gonna score 75 points.
I'm going to say 99.
I'm trying to think. I was literally thinking like split the difference between our 104 point game and 74, which would be 89.
Okay. There you have it.
Each individual chicken tender at Chase Center is $30. So
That's not even true.
just know that. So just know that when you comment, take it serious because there's a lot on the line.
Next week, we're going to do another review and a preview with you guys. And then we are going to do our first WNBA 101 segment. We're going to do a deep dive on the current CBA, collective bargaining agreement, and what we think might happen with the new one that is currently under negotiation.